Welcome to the Secret Underground Laboratory Recovery and Salvage, where rude mechanicals do magic. Life is what happens while you're waiting for the glue to dry. I always thought the unboxing videos you see on YouTube were kind of dumb. I mean, really, who wakes up on Christmas morning and wants to watch other people open their presents? But I got this tub the other day, and I put a couple photographs on Facebook, and people got all excited about it. They wanted to know more about it. How much, what else was in the tub? Okay, I'll make a video, and we'll look at all of them. People can watch it, or they might not. Most likely not. But at least I'll have a reason to get to the bottom of this thing and find out what's really in it. First thing I've got is a Home Care Innovative Designs for Independent Living grab bar. I don't really need this, but to be honest with you, the way things are going right now, I'm going to put it off on the side because I probably will pretty soon. I'm going to start with the saws to get them out of the way. It's a nice back saw, nice and stiff. Let's see if I can see, well, it says warranted superior, which basically means lifetime guarantee or that kind of stuff like that. Can't see any sign of a logo or anything on it, but it does have the little wheat carvings, and that's usually the sign of a slightly upmarket saw. But then again, here's one with the wheat markings, and it says Powercraft, which, if I recall correctly, was Montgomery Ward's store brand. Oh, here's a nice one, even though the handle is split. And for some reason, there's two holes drilled in it right there. Makes no sense at all. But it has the wheat carvings, and it is distant. Sorry. It's got the Distin keystone on it, but it doesn't actually say Distin on it. It just says warranted superior, back to our lifetime warranty. And a little Stanley saw. Got the teeth for Japanese style, sort of. Pruning, most likely, with one missing out of it. Oh, this is pretty. This doesn't be a butcher saw. Or a serial killer saw. Whatever you need for it. Ah, this is nice. You can't go wrong with your old Army surplus trenching tool. There's only like a couple 100 million of them throughout the world. This one says Tulsa Campus Products, 1944. Ooh. This makes it a real genuine World War II trenching tool, which pretty much looks like it was never used, though. Let's use some of these. Sure form replacement blade. Got a couple of the little short ones for these, but don't have one that long. is all the kind of stuff you find in anybody's garage. Certainly any kind of handyman. Although that's a few more floats than I would expect. Another machete. Ooh. This says Nesco. I'll have to look that up. But from the looks of this blade right here, let's bring it in here close on the camera. See if you can see it, let it focus. Looks like somebody's been chopping something awful stiff. At least I hope so. My father spent his Army days mostly in the Philippines, Corps of Engineers. This is in the early 50s. They were making maps of the Philippines, places where nobody had ever really made maps for before. And he told me about going to a village market, and some guy had a knife for sale. He looked at it, put it back down, and the guy chased after him with the knife and saying, "For you, special price, special price, special price." And finally, he gave up. It was like maybe 30 cents or something he spent for the knife, so a sheath knife. So he's wearing it out in the field, and they had a piece of wire about the size of a coat hanger, and they needed to cut it quickly. So he pulls out his sheath knife and he goes whack, and there wasn't a dent on the wire, but he had a perfect little wire-shaped cutout with the blade of his 30-cent knife. Okay. Now, I'm not going to say this is something I can use. It's definitely something I'm going to keep, just in case I might need a C-clamp, 12 inches. It says record, British made. It's a little bit crooked. There is another one, just like it. And ooh, this may be something very old. Fancy little handle there. PS&W Company, Southington, Connecticut, USA. And again, a little cockeyed. Most of these old C-clamps you see like this are a little cockeyed. This is a Hargrave 8. Hargrave. So it's fairly lightweight. It's 8.5 inches wide. But out of all of these, this is the straightest one. A couple of drift pins, drift punches. I don't know what this guy did, but why he'd be having something like this around. This is the kind of stuff he used for lining up steel girders back in the days when girders were put together with rivets. Block plane, made in USA. Ran to me block planes. Oh, a drywall sander. Put your sandpaper on there and make your wall smooth. Okay. These are fairly nice. These are Klein. That was kind of gummy. That one looks nice. I think I'm going to have to fabricate a wrench that can take this apart. Maybe there's something in there that can be fixed. Put it back together. We have Bakelite handles. Can't be that old, but who knows. Since it's Klein, they produced a lot of tools for electricians, and plastic handles may be the keep that high voltage just a little farther away from you. And the last thing we got in here is a Stanley number 5. Interesting. It says made in England. No patent numbers on it, naturally. Orange lever cap. Nickel plated adjusting knob. Somewhere from the 70s. I don't know. Hard to say. At some point they changed this orange logo to yellow. So this was done before that. Made in England. I've got plenty of these. So I don't know what I'll do with this one. It looks almost unused. It's got your regular flashover of workbench rust that you used to see on stuff that's been sitting around. The most wear on it is right here on the knob, where obviously it's been banging into other stuff in this tub. I'm Bronze Age, Director of the Secret Underground Laboratory Recovery and Salvage, and I thank you for sitting through this video as I lay all this stuff out on the Big F bench. I'd really appreciate it if you'd like, subscribe, comment, ask any questions, and I will be happy to answer them all. Until then, I thank you for watching this video. I really do appreciate it.